Maybe I shouldn't have shaved. So this album is a friggin' wild ride. Seriously, this is some of the most... Holly Herndon is an experimental electronic artist who is regularly pushing the boundaries in electronic music. I haven't really loved her previous material, but every time I lay my ears onto something she's doing, I'm just in awe of what she's doing. By far one of the most interesting electronic artists around right now, period. And PROTO is proving that. Now when I say experimental, this album is the definition of that, because this album sees Holly Herndon attempting to fuse AI with music. So there are live training sessions on this album where they have attempted to get Spawn to sing or just make some kind of noise in an attempt to just really... So there are live training sessions on this album where they've attempted to get Spawn to just create some noises, make some noises, sing, and on those live training sessions you can see that they've really managed to master this, because it's straight up like folk singing on here. It sounds very traditional, and it's at this point where you just kind of think, holy shit, how did this happen? If you were to just put this album on without even like paying attention to any of the creation or the background to what went on here, you would just think this is Holly Herndon just singing, or anyone just singing, but it's not. And the inclusion of this does have a major purpose for the album though, as Holly Herndon stated that she wanted to make technology seem less dehumanizing, which does make a lot of sense since all of her music is created through technology and her computer. So obviously this is very personal for her. The creation of music is more than just pressing buttons on a laptop or whatever. And it plays into how this album sounds really well, because it's very futuristic sounding. It's very like beyond human at times. The collaboration track with Jolene is unbelievable, man. The sounds they conjure up here are just friggin' crazy. I did end up liking Jolene's last album way more than most seem to anyway, but even if you didn't like that, you can see the talent there is here to create something as eerie and unsettling and as unbelievably beyond human that is this track. There are some other great tracks throughout too, like Eternal, where everything is just so cinematic, and I love the vocals on this track too. Actually, it reminds me a little bit of Suzanne Sonfer when she was playing with electronic ideas and art pop ideas on her 2010 album It's All Gone Tomorrow. Just the way Holly Herndon expresses those vocals on this track, it's incredibly euphoric. Frontier is a track that's very tribal and soulful, which actually again I think could potentially be influenced by Jolene, since she is on this album, and also that was very much the sound that she was going for on Black Origami. Some excellent moments across this album, seriously. The ideas that are being thrown around here, the inclusion of Spawn's vocals, just really work towards making this album just have this incredibly vast sound. It's always expansive the whole way through. It's getting deconstructed over and over again, but it ends up being constructed all the way back up into this really crazy piece of music. I guess the one thing that's holding me back from loving this is the track-to-track flow. Like, there's something that feels just slightly off about it. Yeah, it's a very off-kilter album, of course. Each track is always attempting to try something new. But I don't know, I just feel like listening to this album over and over again just kind of revealed that it wasn't as satisfying listening to this the whole way through. There are a few spoken word moments on the album that are important, but they just don't really do it for me, unfortunately. But yeah, generally it's just a really friggin' good album. See, even to call this futuristic music is kind of inaccurate at this point, because this is where we're at now. This is an artist that's done this album already, and we're already hearing sounds like this being played with the music all the time, and yeah, it's kind of like the norm at this point. Holly's just taking it that one step further, and I feel as though many artists will follow her path now that she's done this. And yeah, I mean, this is really good. I'm going to go 7.5 out of 10. Definitely want to see where she takes this in the future, what Spawn can do. I imagine Spawn is only evolving with time. But yeah, I'm interested. Thank you for watching my review. Hope you enjoyed watching my review here, and have a good day. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tell me what I should review next, and goodbye.